Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started in just a minute here. I just want to give a friendly reminder to turn off your cell phones or put them on silent for our ceremony. If you'll hang tight with us just for a couple minutes, we'll get the ceremony started. Thank you. All to rise. We will have the presentation of colors presented by the Espanola Valley High School JROTC Color Guard. We will now have the national anthem sung by Cristina Olivas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we bring in our 2026 graduates.
I'd invite you all to please remain standing as we invite the Honorable Governor Wolf to give.
With all due respect, yeah, can you? No, he calls it. De qualquer forma, ya está. You and father, born, and we get all that kitty. Ole anche, oh, ne, di quella, no, de boa, no, 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 veda, Sene ma boa, oh, with, mama, so no, wait, thank you. Oh, the boa, but no, oh, he see, yeah, he said, what's it? Oh, I'll be there. Olha, isso também, o apoio para ele. Bom, nem vivi, eu. Quando é isso, olha, tem isso. Nossa, só. Oh, gente, sou família.
Thank you, Governor.
On behalf of those gathered here today, we would like to extend our appreciation. Excuse me, Governor, I'm sorry, for your thoughtful words. Appreciation. Thank you, everyone. You may now be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite the Okeawinge Tribal Youth Dance Group to come up onto the stage. Thank you for bearing with us for one moment while here we go. Thank you. Thank you again to the Okeawinge Tribal Youth Dance Group for that beautiful performance. Good evening and welcome everyone to our 2026 Spring Technical Trades Commencement Ceremony. My name is Matt Baca. I'm General Counsel for Northern New Mexico College, and I'm pleased to introduce the distinguished guests on the stage this afternoon. As I introduce each of you, if you could please stand momentarily so we may acknowledge you. Northern New Mexico College President Hector Balderas. Representative Joseph Sanchez, commencement speaker. Michael Martin, Chairman of the Board of Regents. Dolores Goulet, Member, Board of Regents. Teresa Story, Chief Financial Officer. Northern New Mexico College Branch Board Member Toby Velasquez. Our special student speaker this evening, Eduardo Martinez. The chair of the Technical Trades Department, Joseph Padilla. Faculty member, Joe Bazania. Faculty member, Dean Moya. Faculty member Marvin Romero. Faculty member Gilbert Lopez. Faculty member Gabriel Lomayetz-Setewa. Again, we'd like to recognize our governor, Benny Lujan Okeawinge. I'd also like to thank and recognize our distinguished guests and dignitaries who we have here in our VIP section. At this time, it's my pleasure to invite President Hector Balderas to come up and give us some welcome remarks.
Good evening. I have a couple honors this evening. One is to just welcome all of you. You are our community. To the family, the friends, the tios, the tias, the grandmas, the abuelitas, everyone who is here with pride, I want to thank you for trusting Northern New Mexico College. It's a great institution when our faculty get larger cheers and more applause than the administrators, because it shows where the love really is in terms of the relationship between our student and our instructor. Can we give our instructors and our students one round of applause? And in addition to welcoming all of our families and our community leaders, I also want to just remind you all and thank you all for a special story that's happening here at Northern. Our students not only are going to be leaders in our community and the builders and the stewards of the next generation, but they're also trailblazers. And I want to remind everyone sometimes of the story that we have to tell about the truth that's going on in our communities. And we have a lot of challenges: poverty, addiction, a lot of setbacks. And sometimes people just don't think we're going to punch above our weight. And I want to thank Joe and the faculty and the many community leaders that are here, like Board Member Velasquez, our Board of Regents, and our State Representative, Joe Sanchez, because they invested in this program. And when I got here, there was oftentimes years that there was only 2 or 3 trades graduates. And the amount of growth that's going on, I want the community to know that's a reflection of you. That investment is working in your community. And so I want to give one more round of applause to our students who are growing our program. We're going to graduate over 32 students. And I promise I'm going to shut up and we're going to get this party started. But I also want to recognize another trailblazer, someone who drives from Zia Pueblo just to live out her dream, and that's Natalia, one of our superstar female students. If you'd wave to the crowd. Let's give her a lot of love and support. Um, Once again, thank you for trusting us on behalf of Northern. Let's celebrate our amazing students, and muchas gracias, and thank you for the support in our investment in our college. Thank you.
Thank you, President Balderas. I do have one more special recognition. I'd like to also recognize Mr. Raymond Cantrell. He's the Assistant Business Manager of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, a very important partner to the program. So thank you for being with us, Mr. Cantrell. At this time, I'd like to introduce Eduardo Martinez, who will be graduating with his certificate in Associate of Applied Science in Electrical Technology, and he'll continue his studies in electromechanical engineering. He's our student speaker this evening. If you'd like to come on up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is EJ Martinez, and it is an honor to be your class speaker here today. I would like to start off by giving a big thanks to God, who gave us the health, strength, and the will to make it here today. I would also like to give a major thank you to my beautiful mother, who has been here as support every single step of the way. Thank you to Northern New Mexico College's great technical trades program, which gives the students such a strong opportunity to improve our craft and really prepare ourselves for the workforce. Since day one, I felt the support of all of the staff of the trades program, which almost instantaneously told me that I made the right decision by choosing to go into this program. I was initially going to pursue an associate's degree in pre-engineering, but I decided to explore my options, and this program gave me an experience that I could never take back. Instructor Marvin Romero always had the answer to my problems, especially when I was trying to bend conduit. His expertise in his craft makes him such a strong coach in all aspects. He is patient, kind, fair, understanding. The list could go on forever. I would like to give a huge thank you to Christian Gomez for all of his hard work, dedication, and precise advisement skills. Joseph Padilla displays such strong leadership skills which motivates young men and women to chase their dreams and strive for success. Department Chair Padilla constantly introduced students with opportunities to complete extracurricular activities. He presented me the opportunity to visit Los Alamos National Laboratory with the Plutonium Workforce Development Initiative Program, where I excitedly got to see different parts of one of the biggest and most prominent scientific research institutions in the world. We were presented the opportunity to complete a fiber optics, splicing, testing, and technician certification from the Fiber Optics Association at UNM Taos. There, we were taken through a week-long intensive course teaching us almost everything we needed to know to start off as a fiber optic technician. We were actually able to splice and test fibers and see the phenomenon of total internal light reflection and how light can travel through these fibers at notable distances. We were intensively tested, which pushed us to really do our best. That was definitely not an easy course to complete, but doing it with my classmates made it a fun and enjoyable learning experience. The most notable experience I was presented with from the technical trades program was the opportunity to go to Western Colorado University to complete the first ever Northern New Mexico College Western Colorado University Trades Boot Camp. When Mr. Padilla presented me with this opportunity, my first thought is, I've never been to Colorado. I was extremely excited. Mario Perez, Luca Torres, George Lopez, and myself, chaperoned by Marvin Romero, all got intensive hands-on on-the-field work experience. We got to learn firsthand what it takes to be on a construction site and how to work safely. Safety was a #1 priority over there, which I very much appreciated because I'm afraid of heights. We were taught how to work safely with different hand tools, power tools. Then we got the opportunity to use them and understand how a structure is actually built from the ground up. We got to learn about solar technology and actually installed solar panels on the roof of our structure. We got to learn how to use CNC machining in the Rady School of Engineering building and how to cut metal into accurate and precise shapes. But most importantly, from that trip, I feel that it was an experience to learn and build a bond and relations working with your team. In the trades, your coworkers must always have your back, as you must have theirs, because in some situations, your lives depend on it. We were taught to trust our team and trust our equipment in order to make us better skilled trade workers. We got the experience we got to experience the struggles faced in construction and learn how there's always a way to overcome these challenges, even when it seems impossible and feels so overwhelming. We got to see the beautiful state of Colorado and all the scenery it has to offer. We were taking whitewater rafting, and at the end of our trip, it made it something to remember for a lifetime. To the class of 2026, I would like to congratulate you for your hard work, dedication, and that burning desire in your heart that got you here today. The journey to greatness has never been easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. I can't wait to see you all start your careers and become successful in your work and personal lives. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. I would like to leave you here today with 4 questions inspired to me by Jim Rohn, a famous American entrepreneur and author. These are called 4 questions to ponder. First question is one of the major questions of the world. Why? Why should you try so hard? Why read that many books? Why go that far? Why get up that early? Why put yourself through all that? Why try for all that? Why earn that much? Why share so much? Why learn all that? Good question. One of the best answers to the first question is the second question, why not? What else are you going to do with your life? Why not see how many books you can read, how far you can go, how much you can earn, how many friends you can make, how many things you can accomplish, how far you can go and what you can see, how much personality you can develop, influence you can have. The third question to you is why not you? Some people have done so well. They get to go, they get to see it all. They get to do it, they get to be there. They get to enjoy it. Some people have done the most incredible things with limited starts. You got to get involved in commerce and love and travel and experience. You got to see the world. You got to read the books. You got to do it all. You got to know the results that come from splendid discipline. There's nothing like a view from the top. And the last question is why not now? Don't postpone your better future any longer. Get at it tomorrow with new vigor. Start your projects. Get a game plan going. Do some reading. Make some changes. Have conversations. Make contact. Get some new books. Ask some new questions. Set some new goals. Get you a journal and do it now. My final comment would be to ask for God's help. Humans are unique, but could use a little help. Of course, you have to do your part as well. I think it's a two-way street. God will help you if you help yourself. It's been a great evening, everyone. I would like to wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, EJ. Let's give him another round of applause, folks. At this time, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Representative Joseph Sanchez. Representative Sanchez is a proud 12th generation northern New Mexican from Alcalde. He grew up helping his father with his contracting business, raising cattle, cleaning the acequia every spring, and growing hay and alfalfa. Representative Sanchez was elected to the New Mexico House of Representatives in 2018 and again in 2022. He currently serves on the House Rural Development, Land Grants, and Cultural Affairs Committee, the House Appropriations and Finance Committee, and the House Enrolling and Engrossing Committee. During his first term in office, he served as Vice Chairman of the House Appropriations Committee. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Engineering from the University of New Mexico, his Master of Business Administration from New Mexico State University. He currently works as an engineer for Los Alamos National Laboratory, supporting the execution over $1 billion worth of utility and construction projects. He previously served as the CEO of Jemez Mountain Electric Co-op, the largest electric utility co-op in the state. Representative Sanchez's legislative priorities including developing policies that support oil and gas industry while working with them on a reasonable transition to renewable energy, strengthening the relationship with Llano, supporting rural broadband to access throughout the entire state, and fighting for land-grant communities and advocating for the priority of Native American communities. The representative also plays saxophone with his family band, Los Blue Ventures. At this point, I'd like to invite up Representative Sanchez to give his speech.
Hello, class of 2026. It's an honor to be here with you today. Congratulations to each and every one of you. It's crazy because I graduated high school in 1996 with my tocayo Joe Padilla over here. So that shows you how old we are. He looks a lot younger, but it's crazy how time flies in the blink of an eye. So enjoy every moment. But I just want to mention I was a student here at Northern over 25 years ago. I remember taking music appreciation in this very auditorium with the late great Cipriano Vigil. I don't know if a lot of you remember him, but he was a very talented musician with a large history of teaching students and a lot of musicians in this valley. Growing up, my father worked many different jobs to raise 8 children. He actually had 9, but I lost a sister before I was born. My father was also in the construction industry, and he actually laid block for a living. As mentioned earlier, he raised cattle, harvested hay to sell. He sold apples on the side of the road on weekends. Him and my mom bartended at night. And he also performed music to make extra money. It was tough raising 8 kids, man, so he had to work a lot. My mother worked cleaning the bar during the day while watching the kids. They also had to help us with these things, whether it was we had to help them screening sand for concrete, loading the trailer full of hay, picking apples or branding calves. It was quite a unique upbringing. I would even help my mom stock the refrigerator at the bar with beer when I was a kid. I don't know if they let kids do that now, but yeah. I don't know how many of you got the opportunity to go to the Casa Nova. A lot of kids had their graduations there. It's not open anymore, but man, I know Joe had some great days there, nights, so a lot of time, good times there. Like mentioned earlier, eventually my father started the Blue Ventures band, and his kids were the band members. For those of you who haven't heard of the Blue Ventures, it's a local band that plays the rancheras and New Mexico music. They've been around for a while. It was kind of like the movie Selena growing up. We were all drafted into the band, and we didn't get to pick our instruments. I went on to graduate from Espanola Valley High School, as mentioned, and upon graduating, I immediately started taking classes here at Northern. At that time, it was a community college, and eventually I transferred to the University of New Mexico, where, like I mentioned, I got my bachelor's and master's degrees. But something I do want to mention is I have 3 older brothers who are IBW electricians, and I just want to make the point, even though I had a master's and bachelor's in engineering, man, I had to call them constantly to ask them if I was doing my job right, because I would hear stories about how awful electrical engineers were and how they couldn't do designs good. I didn't want to embarrass them, so I was always calling them just to make sure I didn't embarrass them. But now Northern is excelling at the trades again. I'm very proud and honored to be addressing you all today. 6 years ago, myself, Senator Richard Martinez, Senator Carlos Cisneros, passed the legislation to bring back the trades to Northern, and look at this, how incredible this program's begun. So I'm really proud of you guys. Like I mentioned, 2 of my older brothers had built extremely successful businesses, and they started off as IBEW electricians. My 3rd brother has had a tremendous career at Lano, 30 years as an electrician at Lano, and man, he's doing really well over there. The trades are earning salaries that our parents would never dream of. So man, you guys are hitting it at the right time. It's just 6-figure salaries. It's amazing. The IBEW's been doing an amazing job. So them, the plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, carpenters, these are all amazing trades. So you guys picked the right trades to go into. You guys are probably making more than some engineers, to tell you the truth. So congratulations. I want to say that, yeah. I assume that a majority of you are here from this valley or from northern New Mexico, and for those of you that are not from this area, you've probably heard of the ridicule the Espanola Valley gets. Like many communities, the drug epidemic and addiction has plagued our families and communities. Unfortunately, other towns in the media in our state have defined us because of this. My entire life, I've been extremely proud to be from the Espanola Valley. I've always taken pride in the fact that we've had some of the best Spanish music coming out of this valley, the brightest, hardest working people, as well as artists. You know how, hands down, we have the nicest oldies and lowriders. Our people also have the biggest hearts, that's for sure. You know that when we had those big fires in Los Alamos, man, who was the first people to step up and help them and offer our homes to them? That's just who we are, right? At UNM and friends that attended New Mexico State, I heard the Valley had a reputation of producing a lot of talented people. Now we're producing a lot of very talented people with this program. And again, so proud of you guys. Llano would not function without the trades. Our world would not function without the trades. Northern would not function without the trades. When I was 28 years old, I became an engineering manager at Los Alamos National Labs. I had about 15 engineers that worked for me from all over the country. Some of them had their degrees from schools in Boston, some in Texas, and others in California. The thing I remember looking back at that time is how much I could hear my own accent when I had team meetings with these people, because they were all from other states, and when you talk in front of people like this, you can really hear your own accent. It's different here now because we all have my accent, right? Or most of us do. I also remember thinking at the time, man, this is all cool. A Moch kid from Alcalde is managing all these guys from all over the country. I spent much of my college career, my entire professional career, working to show people that aren't from here that the gente from our valley are just as smart as anyone and that they work as hard as anyone. I spent my political career advocating for this valley in northern New Mexico and making it a point to show that nobody's better than or above us. My closing message to you is this: whether you were born in this valley or not, or if you came here to attend school, you're now bonded to this place. Take the opportunities you are given to show everyone that this valley can hang with anyone, that the graduates of Northern College can hang with anyone. Continue to make us proud and show the people from northern New Mexico belong anywhere and with everyone. God bless you all. You have worked your butts off to get here. Continue making all of us proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Sanchez, for your inspiring words. On behalf of our graduates, their family, friends, faculty, and administration, we'd like to present you with this gift of our appreciation. At this time, we'll move on to conferring our degrees. Will all the candidates receiving certificates and degrees please rise? President Balderas and members of the Board of Regents, on behalf of the faculty, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for technical trades. The candidates, some of whom will graduate in absentia, will have completed the course of study leading to their certificates or degrees as prescribed by the faculty and as approved by the Board of Regents of Northern New Mexico College. I invite President Balderas to come forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and by Northern's Board of Regents and upon recommendation of the faculty It is my pleasure to bestow on you your certificates or degrees upon completion of all degree requirements with all the rights and privileges therefore.
Students, you may be seated. We'll call you up at this time to be recognized. As you hear the name of the candidates, their majors and degrees conferred, you will also hear the traditional Latin honors. These are phrases to indicate the level of distinction by which the academic degree was earned. These students have earned the same degree and met the same requirements and have distinguished themselves beyond with higher degrees of merit and scholarship. The phrases are cum laude, with praise, meaning the student graduated from Northern with a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. Magna cum laude, with great honor, means the student graduated from Northern with a cumulative GPA of 3.75 to 3.94. And summa cum laude, with highest honor, meaning the student graduated from Northern with a cumulative GPA of 3.95 to 4.33. Will the faculty for technical trades please stand? I'll ask our candidates receiving their certificate and degrees to also stand again. And when you return to your chairs, please remain standing until your fellow graduates have had their name read and return to their seats as well. Aaron Lucero, certificate, welding technology. Leandro Lopez, certificate, welding technology. Juan Mendoza, certificate, welding technology. David Chacon Perez, certificate, welding technology. Isaac Zuniga, certificate, welding technology. Raul Romero, certificate, welding technology. Michael Christopher Montano, certificate, welding technology. Marcos Joel Villalba, certificate, welding technology. Isaiah Elias Jordan, certificate, welding technology. Luca Joel Torres, certificate, electrical technology. Associate of Applied Science, electrical technology, cum laude. Luis Alonso Aragon, certificate, electrical technology. Mario Haciel Perez, certificate, electrical technology. Ethan George Malloy, certificate, electrical technology. Anthony Malloy, certificate, electrical technology. Angel Valadez, Associate of Applied Science, electrical technology. Elias Jacob Gonzalez, certificate, electrical technology. Associate of Applied Science, electrical technology. Summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Eric Matthew Kent Hansen, certificate, welding technology. Matthew Jacob Imler Haquez, certificate, welding technology. Derek Varela, certificate, electrical technology. EJ Martinez, certificate, electrical technology. Associate of Applied Science, electrical technology. Summa cum laude. Natalia Christie Chie, certificate, electrical technology. Glenn Lujan, certificate, electrical technology. Ray Daniel Christopher Gallegos, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Evan Michael Kenneth Martinez, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Fabian Herrera, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Jesse Gabriel Gillette, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Damian Matthew Vigil, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Jonah Fidel Gutierrez, certificate, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Let's give these graduates another round of applause, everyone. At this time, I would love to invite our student regent, Dolores Goulet, to step forward, and she will induct our graduating class into the Northern New Mexico College Alumni Association.
At this time, we ask all our graduates to take the Northern New Mexico College Alumni Pledge by reading the pledge aloud. The pledge is located on the last page of your commencement program. Okay, we can all read it together, okay? Are you ready? As I graduate from Northern New Mexico College, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for the well-being of my community and for the advancement of learning and the public good. I will respect the rights, opinions, culture, and dignity of all peoples. I will maintain my competency and keep abreast of developments in my chosen field. I will strive to better my community through good citizenship and active participation. I will be an ambassador for my alma mater and will seek to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. This is my pledge as a graduate of Northern New Mexico College. On behalf of Northern New Mexico College, we welcome you into the class of 2026 Northern New Mexico College Alumni Association. Congratulations.
In a moment, we'll conclude our ceremony. However, before we leave, let us thank everyone who worked hard to make this ceremony successful. Please remain seated for the turning of the tassels and while the platform party, faculty, and all graduates exit. You'll be able to proceed out the main doors to meet your graduate in the Little Theater, which is to my right, for refreshments after the ceremony. You are more than welcome to come back into the CFA to take pictures with your family and friends. We're also having the reception, as I mentioned, to our right. President Balderas, can you please join me at the podium?
At this time, I will ask all our graduates to move their tassel from right side of their cap to the left side. This signifies the confirmation of your certificates and degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the graduates of Northern New Mexico College 2026. Louder, I can't hear you. Louder!
Thank